Hey you guys, good evening, good evening. I want to touch base with you guys on investor flips this evening. So I'll wait for you guys to chime in a little bit. Good evening, good evening. How you guys doing? Today was a beautiful day outside. If you can do me a favor, we're going to be keeping it real estate tonight. I want to take a little bit of time and give you guys some ideas of where you can find the flips. But more importantly, I want to talk to you about the structure of them, because a lot of times we watch HGTV and think that we can all go out there and do it. So if you guys can do me a favor, over on the left-hand side, hit the share button, and over on the right, hit your hearts, because you know I love to love you back. Hey Yoli, hey Terrence, welcome. Thank you guys for joining tonight. Thank you all for joining us. So tonight I want to talk to you guys about investor flips. I cannot tell you how many people, how many times everyone has come to me and asked me about, hey Miko, I want to get into the game of investing and things like that. But a lot of times we watch HGTV and it looks good and we don't have the backstory. So I want to take a few minutes and talk to you a little bit about the backstory, a little bit about how to find some deals, and then most importantly, finding the money if you don't have it. Okay, so let's talk about that again. Hey Nikki Walker, welcome. Hey Shani, hello. Hey Michelle Miss Banks, hello. I know I'm getting used to the eyebrows. I know you're looking at them, aren't you? All right, so if you guys again can do me a favor, on the left hand side, hit the share button, on the right hit the hearts, because you know I love to love you back. So here's what I want to talk to you about first. Are you, I don't know, so let's say you have a family member that might be in a situation where they've lived in their home for a really long time, and now they're going to go have to live into a nursing home, and you don't have the money to pay for it. So, but you do have a house that's all paid off, but you're in a situation where you need to get rid of the house quickly. What do you do? Well, that's when you get opportunities to link up with, I have some investors that I work with, some hard money lenders that I work with that are all looking for people that are looking for deals, right? So if you're in a situation and you have, let's say, a family member that, and I'm going to just turn this around so you guys can see, hopefully you guys can see it, but you might have a family member that's going into a nursing home, or you know someone that has a friend that's in this situation. So, or you're maybe going through a divorce, so you know someone going through a divorce where they need to get out of their house really quickly. I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit later about a situation, how to structure a deal like that. So we'll talk about that. You might have someone that has back taxes that are owed on the property, but there's still some equity in it. You might have someone that you might know that has a house that is completely distressed. It has equity in it and they want to get out of the house. You want to figure out how to partner up with them. So distressed properties, right? Probate sales. Oh, this is a good one, you guys. A lot of times there are people that are family members pass away and the houses end in probate. And the question most people ask is, how do the houses end in probate? You did not take the time to put the house inside of a trust. So it'll end up in the probate courts. And when it does, it goes into the courts, and now the families tend to start fighting. And a lot of times they just want the money and they just want to get out of the house. That is another opportunity where you can come in and do investing. Hey Daniel, I see you too. You might be, or you know someone that could be facing a bankruptcy, right? And they might have multiple properties. And if they have multiple properties, the trustee might be forcing a sell upon them. And so now they're trying to figure out what they can do with the houses. So that's another opportunity to find investments, right? Somebody might be facing a trust sale, which is what we talked about, a trustee sale. So what I want to talk to you about is, more importantly, is these are ways which you can find a deal. You may have one already, and I want you to come to me. If you have a deal right now but you don't have the money, I want you to come to me, because I have resources and opportunities for you to get the money to help fund some deals. So let's talk about how structuring of deals looks sometimes. This is the key. I, for example, had a situation where a client was going through a divorce. They weren't going to be able to catch up on the note because they were already headed into foreclosure. So what I did was I brought them their note current. They only owed $150,000 on the house. I'm giving you guys right now an idea of how to structure deals and transactions for yourselves. They owed $150,000. The house needed $30,000 in repairs, which we did. And then at the end of the day, I was able to sell it for $310,000. Again, we brought the house current, and then we ended up selling it. We brought it current from the behind note, and then we put the $30,000 in. We sold it for $310,000. We did really good on that property. The house that I was talking to you guys in today, let me talk to you about the structure of that deal. This one is a lot more complicated. This is one of those, you see it on HGTV and you think to yourself, oh, I want to do that, but you don't realize all the details in the back. So right now I'm going to go over the back end details with you. I'll take a couple of questions, but more importantly, if you have a deal and you're looking for the money, this is going to be your opportunity to come talk to me, my team, and we'll see if we can't help you get it together and find the lender that's going to go ahead and finance the deal for you, and hopefully help you kind of get your start in becoming a real estate investor. So anyway, the deal of the house that I was in today, they purchased it for $272,000. Okay. They ended up total $305,000 is what they ended in repair cost. But let's talk about the structure of this deal. This is the HDTV part that you're missing in the background. They did $24,000 in repairs, you guys. They financed $217,000 of it on a 10% interest rate, and they had $16,000 in closing costs. All of those numbers added up. At the end of the day, they sold it for $369,000. They only made a profit of $46,000. Even though from 272 to 369 is a big number, you got to remember all the back end stuff that happens when it comes to real estate, okay? You have commission still, you have closing costs still, all of those things you need to consider. And then you have hard money. And whenever you're doing hard money, you have points that you have to pay. Those are all things you guys have to take into account. So again, I just want to stress to you tonight, if you have a deal, and you know, but you don't know how to get the financing, this is your opportunity. I'm opening the door for you to come talk to me. Hit me in the back office and bring it to me, and I will help you kind of analyze it, myself or my team, and decide whether or not it's a deal, and then hopefully we can make it work for you. There's other ways to make money as well. Sometimes you guys find deals, but you don't want to be involved at all. And they have referral fees that they do sometimes, and that's another opportunity for you to do referral fees. I don't know how much they are. Sometimes I've heard of them being $5,000, sometimes $10,000, but it's an opportunity as well nonetheless. So if you guys are in a situation that you know someone that might be going to a nursing home, might be going through a divorce, might have some back taxes, right? Might be in a distressed situation, probate sales, might be facing bankruptcy or anything like that, I want you to look at the opportunity and come to me, and let's analyze the deal and see if it's going to work. So let's take a couple of questions. Hey, Daniel, I see you. Michael, so when you have properties that are under contract or started with construction, not finished, do you have people that want to be equity investors? Yes, those are situations. Every situation is different, so what we'll have to do is analyze it and see if it makes sense for you and for the investor. So yes, Michael, to answer your question, yes. Hey, Tavia, welcome. James, hello. Hey, Mr. Hughes, Greg, it's nice to see you. Hey, Camelo. Hey, Donald. All right, so you guys, again, post your comments, questions, or anything at the bottom. Hit the share button on the left, because there's so many people out there that want to get into real estate investing, don't have the money. They don't have good credit, so they're trying to figure it out. And now I'm opening up the door for an opportunity for you guys to do that tonight. So thank you for joining me this evening and taking the time out of your schedule. I appreciate it. And I do read all the comments, so go ahead and post at the bottom, you guys. I'll talk to you real soon. Good night.